Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty big news going on as of today, where if you guys did or did not miss it, the Summer Games Fest did go and happen today. So it's gonna be a little bit of a combination video over here. Number one, there's actually been some really big PlayStation 5 news when it comes to games, some leaks, and even like a really big leak that even happened as of literally about an hour ago or so when it comes to even some Persona stuff, but as well Spider-Man news, some also Final Fantasy news, some release dates, and as well a lot of little random various mid-tier games which haven't been the most crazy or best games out there, but they've all around been pretty cool. So we're gonna go talk about quite a few different things all when it comes to this, as well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We're now on the E3 season of summer, so hopefully we'll get some pretty cool games on the way. And of course, we have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. We've had the Amazon links too for the consoles, and of course, leave your like and thoughts and comments and all these good old games too as well. So let's go first and foremost off with the bigger and better news. If you guys missed it, as of today, we did go and see some pretty good and pretty juicy news when it comes to Spider-Man. Now, very first, to kind of give you guys straight to the point, this was announced at the Summer Games Fest that Spider-Man 2 arrives only on PlayStation 5 on, as of now, October 20th. So they actually had a pretty good, pretty Chad-like kind of talk for this one. I don't have to really kind of showcase up too much because they didn't really show any brand new gameplay, at least for this, although did show new gameplay for other stuff. But right now, they mentioned that they are very confident in the game's release date. They officially announced right now that October 20th is the brand new Spider-Man date, and as well, they also did have a chance to go and highlight and showcase up the brand new collectors and digital deluxe editions for the game itself and the pre-orders. So right now, this looks cool. I love the effects, I love the style, I love the detail, and as well the cover art, or whatever you guys want to go call it, box art, special, or special, etc. So a pre-order is now officially starting as of June 16th, and this is all pretty much a big planned event over here now with PlayStation. So they say everyone at Exominate Games is thrilled to announce that Marvel's Spider-Man 2 will launch on Friday, October 20th, 2023, only on PlayStation 5. After the amazing fan reception for Marvel's Spider-Man in 2018 and Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales in 2020, the team has worked tirelessly over the past few years to make this third installment on the franchise the sequel you have been waiting for. Kind of funny wording with that one, but it does kind of make sense. Built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5 console. Once again, really good news as well, because, well, that just means that they had the early technology, and this game should be running and feeling phenomenal, besides the fact of all the random, weird drama we've had coming out with everything else. We had a lot of drama, too, when it comes to, the water effects and stuff, but I still think this game's going to be sick. So the Spider-Man 2 will unlock the power of the console with better visuals, faster web swinging and web wings, 3D audio, and a near-instant character switching. We speak from our collaborators and friends at PlayStation and Marvel Games, but we said that we cannot wait for you to get your hands on this incredible game. So this was all announced as of today. So they get the usual experience story, the good old stuff from Spider-Man. This is the official PlayStation post from it. So right now the pre-order is live as of June 16th, 2023, so in about a week or so, and it'll be starting over here at 10 a.m. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, there isn't really probably that much of a big reason to go rush to pre-order unless you guys want to have any effects or special editions, etc. But just for the digital, you don't gotta stress it. It'll be fine. They don't have to worry about it. Although they did go and also announce up here too as well. So some of the stuff over here. So in addition to the launch date, which is in October, as you guys saw, October 20th, we are excited to walk you through the options for experiencing Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Pre-orders will open on June 16th, 2023 at all participating retailers as well. PlayStation Store and PlayStation Direct. Pre-orders will go live on 10 a.m. as I mentioned on June 16th, and fans who pre-order any version of the Marvel Spider-Man 2 will receive an early unlock Arc-Knight suit for Peter with 3 additional basically color variants, an early unlocked Shadow Spider suit for Miles with 3 additional color variants, and an early unlock Web Grabber gadget and 3 skill points to get you started. So basically just nothing kind of big, normal cosmetics, which I usually prefer. I like that, so I give that a pretty big thumbs up in my mind. Good stuff on Insomniac, as well as also you guys can see now the official beautiful box art for the game itself as well. And also, funny enough, I just had my Life of P demo go and finish downloading. That was also announced today. We'll talk about that in a second. But the big news over here is that we got the good old Spider-Man 2 Digital Deluxe pre-orders as well. They have all these different types of suits. You guys can look through all these ones too as well. Pre-order bonuses too as well, with bonus unlocks as well, extra gadgets, skill points, and all of that too as well. A little bit more extra money. I probably myself would not pay money for it. And here's the collector's edition, because I know a lot of folks are always curious on collector's editions itself, as you guys can see over here. You get the 19-inch collector's edition statue. Does look pretty cool. You also get the actual display case too as well, which is also pretty cool. And full digital PS5 games as well. So a lot of interesting stuff for this. So I think it's cool. It's going to cost $230. I think a little bit outside of my budget of what I would want to go and do. Although if Sony ever sent me one, I could review it on my YouTube channel. That'll never happen, but at the same time, be kind of cool too as well. So all around, this game looked really cool. We have the official date and release date. I'm very, very happy about this one. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Some other kind of big things too. I'll probably going to mute this just for DMCA reasons I talk over it. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as well had two kind of big things. I'm not sure why the subtitles themselves are in like Dutch or something. God only knows. It's in French for God knows why. Why is it in French? I don't know. But anyway, the game itself, we'll just turn it off, I guess, in the background, because I want to get DMC'd or whatever. But basically, the game itself is now officially confirmed. Early 2024. So it's another one of the big PlayStation announcements going on as of now, where, as you guys can kind of see, they actually showed off their very first bits of gameplay for the game itself. I don't think there was gameplay. You guys can let me know. I don't think there is ever since they left Midgar. But this is looking absolutely sick. This game was looking phenomenal. And you guys will watch for a few more seconds. They'll go and showcase up to like movement around the map. I am very, very happy with this gameplay. It looks very full, very open world. And just, I don't know. Like, I just am very, very absolutely excited for this game in the general sense. I'm really hyped up for this game. So in case you guys are curious on this one, they did go and officially touch on it. We did hear rumors it was supposed to be this fall for this year, but I guess with Final Fantasy 16 coming out pretty soon, which I'm also once again very hyped up for, I'm sure that game will probably go and carry over throughout the holidays, maybe throughout the rest of the year, maybe Final Fantasy 14. Hopefully they can kind of still clutch that on up. And on top of this too, then we have Final Fantasy 7 for the part 2 of next year. So very cool. Like, I'm actually very hyped up for this one. It's kind of like the big PlayStation announcements. Now, from a little side stuff. Number one is it seems like Persona 3 actually had a big leak as well. I'm just going to kind of just talk about this as the gameplay's playing. I also had a huge leak that happened too, apparently up on Instagram, where they did accidentally release the game too early. So it does seem like that is pretty much confirmed. It's been pretty heavily rumored. We saw and covered the news yesterday where that website was being updated, and everything else seems pretty like locked in. Like, just makes sense and why that's now a thing. So as we have the Final Fantasy gameplay over here, it looks like even more big games are coming. So it's a little bit of an extra little bit of gameplay too. If you guys remember, we also, I think, even showed some Final Fantasy 16 gameplay on the channel yesterday if you guys are bored and want to creep on that. But the animation for this game looks great. A PlayStation 5 2 on top. That looks awesome. And I was very happy that I had a chance to go and highlight and showcase on up throughout the conference. Once again, though, they never did give a specific date. We'll probably know in Arlec have another state of play in the near future, kind of how they did for Final Fantasy 16, or at least like a portion of it. But like, the game looks great. Like, I cannot wait for these games, and Final Fantasies are probably like the perfect games right now to hit my weeb qualities, but also like, you know, like the RPGs, action, animations, ADHD, whatever it might be, all put together. Like, I've actually really been enjoying this too myself. So those, I think, are probably the bigger announcements over here. They did go and showcase up a little bit more of the Life of Pi, I can call it Life of Pi, gameplay too. There's also a demo in case you guys do want to go and download it. There's a few other various games I'll do like a quick little article review, but these are probably the biggest ones, I'd say, for PlayStation. Final Fantasy VII gameplay, as well as also all the other, like, well, Spiderman release dates. Those are like the big boy ones. There's a few other cool things, like I mentioned, like some Nexon games, some general mid-tier games. Like, they're all right, like, don't get me wrong, but nothing super duper crazy. I was a little bit on the lackluster side when it came to the Summer Games Fest conference. I thought there might have been maybe a few more, but there was a bit of a Fortnite big event too when it comes to the brand new Transformers collaborativeness. For some odd reason, Nicolas Cage showed up and he was just talking about his brand new Dead by Daylight character, which was just a huge, massive ramble for quite some time. God only knows that one. Alan Wake was a big one too, so I'll give you guys a quick run through on this one. But basically, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming in early 2024. Spider-Man 2 is October 20th release date, as we covered on the channel. There's a brand new Prince of Persia game that came out. It looked kind of okay. Didn't look too rough. There was another Prince of Persia game that was a little bit on the lackluster side. People around the world up for it. We'd also finally have a chance to see Mortal Kombat 1 gameplay trailer too as well. The game itself looked absolutely phenomenal. This would be one that'd probably get me DMCA'd and taken down from, like, you know, whatever. But Mortal Kombat looked very good if you guys want to watch the trailer that came out. Also, the Fortnite, as I mentioned too, just having the good old Autobots rolling on in. Brand new Sonic Superstars. After all these random Sega games, for some reason the last Sonic game went very well. Apparently going to keep on pushing for it. Alan Wake had a very good gameplay reveal. I will probably say this game looked phenomenal. It had like the perfect mix of horror and spooky all at the same exact time. I thought it looked great. Like, I'm actually very hyped up for Alan Wake. It gave me a lot of good Seattle vibes myself. Like, I just generally enjoy it. I also did have the Like a Dragon Gaiden coming out this November too as well. In case you guys, the man who raced his name has the official release date too on top of that. Star Trek Infinite was not too impressed in this one. There's also a Toxic Commando reveal. This game looked also a bit on the stranger, weirder side. A little bit more action game over here too for basically looked like a Dragon Quest type style game called Sandland. If you guys want to go and see, it basically just has that Dragon Quest style over here. As you guys kind of go maybe browse through the game itself, was all around really, really cool too as well. There wasn't anything super, super crazy, too. They have, like I said, some of the Weeby games on this one, too. Pal World is one of the biggest games I'd actually want to go and see and play myself. This game is essentially Pokemon with guns. I wish I was joking. Like, literally look at this gameplay around 2 seconds where, like, you throw these weird Pokeball type style things, and it's more of, like, an FPS type game. God only knows why. This is a real thing. This is a real video game, by the way. You guys may have seen me either memeing on this on Twitter, Twitch, or just in general. It's a very intriguing game. Lord of the Rings Return to More. This game looked horrible. Don't worry about that one, too. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis 2 as well with their nice closed beta. I believe this is also a mobile game. Punisher's Ghost of New Eden 2 as well. This game looked very kind of somewhat intriguing, I would say. A lot of these games are not really big games I want to play. They kind of looked alrightish. Like, I'd maybe go check it out, see how the gameplay is. A little bit more of an RPG type style game too as well for more of the niche ones. Baldur's Gate 3 also has some more brand new stories over here. Twisted Metal also had their nice TV show. On top of this, we had the Season 4 of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Path of Exile 2 gameplay, which actually probably the bigger one for the RPG folks as well. Exo Primal and Street Fighter doing crossovers over here. I was watching a VTuber whose name is Purdie, and they literally had Sonic inside their Monster Hunter game. Very weird and strange experience. Life of Pi really was probably one of the bigger highlights. Basically, this game is Pinocchio with the good old Dark Souls Bloodborne style. This one, I'm going to play the demo on my Twitch stream tonight if you guys want to go check that on out. It'll be linked down below. Also, the new Witcher 3 trailer, some more Warhammer Green Co-op 2, Nicolas Cage and Dead by Daylight, and a few other little random various mid-tier games too. Nothing super crazy. I'm also very hyped up for Remnant 2 as well. Will be coming out here on top of this on July 25th, so I really want to play that too on top of it. So a lot of intriguing, nifty things, just a lot of cool stuff, like a little bit of PS5 news as well, also for Honkai. They also did have the Fae Farm 2 as well, which is a little of a kids game, but at the end of the day, it was some pretty cool stuff. Nothing super big, but it was at least kind of cool with the Spiderman news and also some of the other various games. So let me know your thoughts and comments. You guys hyped up for anything, you're going to play anything yourselves, let me know. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below, Amazon links too, and I appreciate y'all so much for watching in the first place.